almost that time with my countdown and my intro at the same time.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
No, I just
No?
watched it
Oh,
back and I just squealed. So not yet, not yet. And
that's okay.
we'll get there. It will happen. I swear it will. So, would you like to
Mm-hmm.
introduce yourself and
Sure.
use the pronouns you're most comfortable with?
Yeah, sure. My name is Geo Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he. My pronouns are he,
Yeah.
him, he,
Yeah.
or
And
hey you.
or
Hey
hey
you is
you. Yeah.
hey you is always good.
Or also oi there, huh?
Oi.
So
Uh, I have a
um,
channel. I have a YouTube channel.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Go on, chill it.
of
You can
it,
do
it
it.
it's the same name, Geo Sam,
I've linked it in the description.
and it's linked in the description. And
Mm.
it's about it explains how to do certain things in a program that's called GIMP, which is a raster editing program, graphics program, kind of. It's a free
Yeah.
graphics program. You don't have to pay for it. It's free, open source. It's a
Yeah.
Photoshop alternative for anyone interested in doing
Mm.
graphics.
I should
But
probably check that out because my tech skills are just not on par, you know? You've seen me. You've seen me try to tech.
well, the program does a lot more than that, but that's only part of it. But yeah, uh, but I also I do models. I do been doing modeling ever since as
Ooh.
long as I can remember. It was just something I did as a pastime as a
Huh?
child that I've carried into my adulthood. Uh, it's one of the only things that has actually lasted from my childhood that I could say is still part of me today. You know what I mean? Which is kind of odd
No, I
when you
think
think
that's
about it.
really good.
Yeah, well, when you grow up, you're supposed to get rid of those old ways, and like
No.
not be a child, and But
No.
I know I don't want to grow up.
No. Hey, you kind of have to grow up, but you never have to be an adult.
Right? Well, yeah,
I mean,
but
I'm sure Hobby Corner proves that.
yeah, I mainly have been building military models. I've
Oh
always been
yeah?
interested in tanks. Yeah, ever since I was a young child, I could remember seeing tanks and wanting to know what they were, and
Huh?
uh, that's how the modeling started, basically.
So, did you like making like the miniature models of them because you could see the intricacies of how they were and a little bit about how they were together? Or am I a little bit wrong there?
No, yeah, it had a lot to do with piecing things together and finding out how things work and how and learning how to explore things for what they
Mm-hmm.
are. Like you can't mistake one piece for another. Kind of, if you do, then you have problems. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of
Mm.
figure out which is the right thing to do in certain situations. So it's actually a real learning process for a child to put these things together. It does more for a child's brain than I think is often realized and
Yeah.
sometimes overlooked.
There is actually new toys that are out where you kind of build stuff and it is child friendly, but it's not like Legos or anything. It's like a motorbike where you like put all the pieces together of the motorbike. It's not quite obviously very advanced. It's but it's like a almost like a 3D jigsaw type thing. Like, and that's for like 5 and under. I feel
Yeah.
like that's really good for the cognitive development.
Well, I have done some Lego. I have a Lego ship that I built.
Oh,
I've never done Lego before this, building that. So let me see if I have any photos of that ship.
oh yeah, please. Also, while you're looking at that, we should say hello to the side chat, huh? I realize we haven't done that yet. So if I miss anybody, I'm really sorry. I'll do my best. So, hello to Carl. Hello to Neil K. Hello to Linda, a bit of Teen Danish. Hello, Rob Parks. Who else have we got? Brainless. Hello there. Oh, Mr. Wonderful. Hello. Tusk. Hello. Mr. Nielsen, we have also, and a teeny tiny tank Tina, a micro, Mark Caesar, a pearlfish. Is there anybody else? I'm not sure how to say the first part, but Funk in the side chat.
Simos.
Simos. There we go. Simos Funk. What else have we got? I think that's it. But hello to everybody there. Okay. Right, I'll
All right,
add your thing up.
I have some photos of the ship.
Okay.
This was given to me by Linda and Morton from a bit of tea and Danish. They sent it.
Oh, how lovely.
They sent it to me, and it's actually a 3-in-1 kit. I could build either one of these items.
I never
I
knew they
built.
did them.
Yeah, but I built the ship, so let me go through these. Yeah, I also bought some. I purchased some extra figures to go along with the ship.
Is this a
I have.
lovely Linda?
Here's the ship.
Ah, that's a lot bigger than I thought. You've perked Brainless's interest. He's saying Lego.
Lego. I'm not a big
like...
Lego fan, but this is the first. This is the first Lego that I ever bought, and I purchased. I think 3 or 4 figures. I'm not sure.
I think that looks like Linda.
Yeah, it's cute, right?
Yeah, so it has to be Linda.
Yeah, and it came. It came with a shark. Let's see. Where's the shark? It's a shark, see?
Ooh.
Baby shark, baby shark.
Uh-oh. Tina loves that song. She always sings it.
And I took these photos just to have them. This is what my desktop looks like. They see the screens behind.
Oh, I love the Scullies.
Yeah. That photo is over there. I took it over. It was on top of
that's its home.
The chest.
I love the skeleton. Oh, Linda. Who's Linda standing across the plank?
That's right here. I'm going to put this back.
Oh, yeah. Careful.
Oh,
Mr. Wonderful says 3-in-1 Lego kits are the best.
Yeah, I added this. I forget that's a female captain. I think that's what they call it. I'm not sure. But
it's
I added
Linda.
that. I added this figure. Yeah, it looks like Linda, right?
Yeah.
I also added this figure.
Oh,
So I purchased, I think, about 3 or 4 figures.
oh, I feel very sorry. I've been spreading misinformation. Tina hates the song.
Oh, you hate it, Tina?
Sorry,
Well,
Tina.
that's the
I got.
Lego ship.
Yeah, it's cool.
I have this. I don't know if anyone's ever seen this.
What? Oh, cheese crust.
Jesus
Jesus!
Christ.
It's Jesus! That's pretty cool.
I won this in a contest over on a channel
Mm-hmm.
from a guy named Brojo.
Oh,
And it says, there's a little saying, he wrote something on there.
I can't
And it
quite
said,
read it. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'll read it. It says, "Congrats, George. May the piece of crust be with you. Be happy, brother John." He wrote that
Oh,
because
that's lovely.
I won this in a contest, and I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to show it because I have it on
Well,
display. Let me
well,
just put
well
it
done
back.
for winning that. It's really cool. Would you Would you like to maybe tell us about the other models that you make?
Yeah. The most recent model I've been
Mhm.
working on is a Viking ship.
Oh,
I have the ship over there on the shelf. Let me just pull it off the shelf to show you that I physically have it. So
yeah.
let me
Okay.
see here. Here it is. I have the cell.
Oh, I
I have
like
the
that.
cell. It's ready to go. I just have to plop it on there. And all the
Oh,
rowing stations are all in.
how long
This
did that
here,
take?
this was I hand carved
Oh, it's
to
so
make.
tiny and intricate.
Yeah, I have photos of this, so I'm going to show the photos now. Let me just pull them up
Yeah.
and put this
Well,
away.
once you've done that and showed us that amazing ship in more detail, Michael's asking if you've got any dinosaur models you could maybe show.
I have a skeleton of a saber-toothed tiger that I put together.
Maybe
Uh,
you can show that one if you're able to after.
yeah.
Yay!
Here's some photos I'm
Mhm.
sharing now
There we go.
of the Viking ship.
Oh, that's so much more intricate than it looks on the camera.
Yeah, this is just a montage of photos that I put together.
Mm.
I'm sharing it like this because
Yeah, it's easier, isn't it?
it's
I love
better.
the
Yeah,
the front of it and the back.
and
Oh, any shields?
yeah, I made all these shields.
You made.
Yeah, I
So,
made them.
what is it made out of? Wood? Wood?
The
No.
shields?
Oh, well, all of it.
Well, it's all plastic. It's all plastic. It's a kit.
Hmm.
Where's the kit box? The kit box. I don't remember what I did with the kit box. Oh, here it is. Here's the kit box.
Oh.
See, this is the kit box.
Hmm.
This is the cell they wanted me to use.
And you were like, uh-uh.
I'm like, nah, no good. No good. No good.
I like how you made your own bits and pieces onto it as well.
Well, let me show you that wooden thing. I don't know what you would call that. kind of like a finial. I don't know if you could see that,
Oh,
but this is a wood carving. This was the first one I tried to carve out. You can't really see it.
Just about see it, kinda.
Yeah, go full screen maybe.
Hang on. Need to technological be
I
what?
drew it out on a piece on
Huh?
a.
Oh, nope, nope, nope,
Yeah, I
nope.
drew it out. I drew the design out. This is actually, it was the right thickness, so I
There we
used
go.
it. I used it as a
Oh,
template to make the little finial on the ship, and this was the second one I attempted. The first one came out the best for some reason, so I used it. And this is just an old
no brush.
paintbrush, but I used it because
Hey,
it was,
that's really thrifty.
yeah, I used it because it was the exact dimensions I needed. Instead of going and, buying a piece of wood, I just used what I had available. But I show that in the
Oh,
photos,
hang
I
on.
believe.
There we
So
go.
let me go through the photos.
Don't worry, Mark. I'll get to you in just a second.
These are the shields.
Mm-hmm.
This is the back, like the back portion you would
Yeah.
see.
It's the fact that you even did the details in the back that you might not see properly anyway.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
That's cool. That's some dedication.
That's another montage photo. Some of the photos aren't so clear because I'm not a photographer. So
That's okay. You're doing your best. That's all
sorry about
anybody can ask.
this is the ship.
Oh, I think it's so cool. So you like carved the bit. Oh my. Did you get the design for the shields off of like Google, or did you just
Well,
make them up?
I went and searched for Viking shield designs.
Oh, they are cool.
And I just printed them out, and then I
Oh.
pasted them on small bits of cardboard, and then I concaved the cardboard. I have what's a I don't know what you call it. It's a device that puts snaps on
Yeah, yeah.
material.
I call them poppets. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
like
like a concave.
yeah.
So I just pressed the cardboard in, and then I glued the paper, photocopied paper of the shield on top, and then I got the kit supplied the little center pieces that were on the shield, kind of like a accent piece. So I glued one on each. And that's the shield.
Isn't that bit like in real life like metal, and they used it to be
Oh yeah,
hitting people with?
sure, yeah.
I think so. I don't know enough about the proper history.
Yeah, they were made of wood. They were made of wood and metal, wood with some metal parts. But I think that's all the photos I have for. Yeah, that's all the photos I have for this ship. Let me just go back through them.
And penguins come in.
Hey,
You'll be
penguin.
pleased to know. So hello there. Carl's saying we see it enough to enjoy it, and he's saying that's ingenious. And Micro's saying it's really cool. Sorry, I just scrolled up and seen Tina because I knew Mark's question was under Tina. So here we go. Mark says, do they have files for model pieces that you can print out on a 3D printer to make a complete model?
That I'm not too sure about.
So maybe that question could be good for pearlfish?
Probably. I mean, you're talking about hundreds of pieces. Each piece has to be printed, and I doubt you're going to have a printer or a company that's going to put out those files, because those are uh tell you the truth, I really don't know. I doubt it though, because a lot of tooling and time goes into the creation of those. Really doubt that the files are available anywhere, but I could be wrong.
Maybe some other people have made them and done it.
Oh
So
yeah.
Doctor and Dora has popped in too. So hello there. Don't be worried about being late. It's okay. You're here now.
I have the saber tooth, the pictures of the saber tooth. I have it here.
Oh
Right here,
yeah.
actually. See.
Oh yeah. I remember you showed me that ages ago. It's so cool. You painted it all, didn't you?
Yeah, it used to be removable, but I attached it permanently because it kept falling off.
Yeah. It keeps it safe if you do that, though, doesn't it?
So now I could turn it either way. It doesn't matter. It's still all together. But I have photos of this as well I can show.
Oh, yeah. Mike was saying that's awesome. Oh.
I put this together about, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago.
Oh, sorry, Doctor. Thank you for reminding me. There you go. There's your spanner. I do need reminded about them things.
Yeah, some of these photos aren't so great.
I like the detail. Did you just dry brush the darker color over the top?
Well, you start off with a dark color and then you work your way from dark to light.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
Well, you can do it the other way around. It depends on the effect you're trying to achieve. So, yeah. I mean, it can be done either way. That was taken many years ago, this photo. Look at that, how little it is.
Hi, doorknob. And
but you can see there are flowers. Cool. You can see there are flowers.
Yeah.
But the flowers have since been ripped away. They're gone.
It's because it's been, it's very well loved. So it's had a lot of loving. And that's what happened.
I mean, you could see the little flowers and the buds.
I think that's really cool.
They all fell off. But that's the only dinosaur that I have. I'm not into the dinosaur thing.
I think it's pretty neat how you did the paint job.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a model.
Now, some of these models, I were in competition. I put them in competition against other models, and like this model here, I'm gonna share the screen again, was first place winner at a local contest. At a local.
Just for clarification, and Rob's asking, oh no, wait, it wasn't. He said that's a model, yeah. And yeah, sorry, never mind, I read wrong.
Yeah, this is a World War II tank. It's a Walker Bulldog is the name of the tank. This won first place at a local contest.
I can see why.
In New York City, when I was living in New York City.
Sorry, I was quiet. I was just like inching closer to the screen. And look at That looks really small.
Yeah, you see this. I don't know if I can
Yeah.
point this out, but
Yeah, no, I can see.
right
I can
here,
see your mouse. Yeah.
this is a 22 caliber shell from a pistol. It's actually without the bullet head. That's the
Oh,
exhaust. That's what I use for the exhaust on
that's quite neat. You're
over
really
here
thrifty with these
and
things,
over
aren't
here.
you?
And these photos, these photos with all the carpeting, I
Mhm.
I hired a photographer to take these photos. This was many years ago. And the photographer didn't know anything about tanks, so he didn't know how to position the turrets or anything. So the photos look kind of odd from a military perspective,
Yeah.
but they came out really well. Let me go to the next one.
I think it looks kind of cool though. I mean, but then again, I don't have the understanding of the military perspective. But I think it looks like the carpets like little rocks and sand and stuff. That's what it looks like in my head anyway.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the photographer I hired did a really great job, but he just didn't know anything about tanks, which is not his fault, you know.
They're cool.
But yeah.
So, well, you know when you do these and you're painting and stuff, do you need like a magnifying glass because of some of the tiny details, or you just got really good eyes?
Mm, sometimes I do need a magnifying glass, even
Mm-hmm.
with good eyes. My eyes are getting worse as I get older, so
Mm-hmm.
I have to use glasses and magnifying glasses, you know, and magnifiers now.
Uh,
But
I've got really bad eyesight. That's why that's why when I've got my face rig on and you see like the top of my hat, that's because I'm like leaning forward to like look at the thing that's on the screen. Oh
but
wow, the
this
people.
tank I have here on my desk
Mm-hmm.
in a plastic container that houses it.
Yeah.
Right here.
Now let me try and make you big. Oh, that's me. I'm big. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh no! Come back, Sam. Ah, there you are.
Sorry about
Hi.
that.
Don't worry about it. It's something I would do, so don't you worry.
I hit the wrong button.
Uh-oh.
You'll see.
Yeah, I need a bigger monitor.
This
Oh,
this is
I'll try and make you full screen. Hold on, let me just use my thinking.
this is the Johnny Walker Bulldog that won first place. It's not in very
Um,
great shape, but
Hold on, let me just. Did I
this
make
is
you?
the actual physical model.
Uh-oh. Did I? There we are. Ooh, so that's the same one as you showed in
Yeah,
the
this is the
pictures.
Johnny Walker Bulldog.
Now I've got perspective on how, like, it is really small.
Yeah, very tiny.
Oh,
This is 1/35th scale, which means if you were to take 35 of these and put them side by side, that's how long the tank would be in real
the
life.
real one. Oh, so like, kind of like how Pearlfish has to, when he was talking about doing the 3D printing, do you have to like figure that out or
Yeah.
yourself? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well,
You two are so good at that stuff. My brain wouldn't work.
yeah, you have to know what size you're wanting to print something. I mean, you can't print a one-to-one of everything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean,
I mean,
if you wanted to print, say, a bouncy ball, a small bouncy ball that's
Yeah.
only this big, you could print that 1-to-1, which means
Yeah.
whatever the size is, that's what size you're printing.
Oh, we would not be able to print an Ette then.
Not all in one shot.
I am definitely bigger than a bouncy ball.
But that's the Johnny Walker Bulldog.
Carl's saying that he was surprised of how small it was.
Well, I
And,
have even smaller tanks than that. Like this one.
oh my goodness!
This is for actually there's a game, it's called Flames of War, where you put these, it's a tabletop wargaming.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, I have other.
Try on. Oh. I'm sure it's Flames of War. When I used to play X-Wing, there was a group of guys and they would, yeah, that's it. They would play that game too.
Flames of War.
Yeah.
These are unbuilt, unassembled kits. I haven't built these yet. Let me open this. Show you.
Ooh. A special unboxing. How lucky.
See, these are very heavy. These are all made of metal.
Oh.
So I have like a whole platoon here waiting to be assembled.
Are you maybe gonna do that, but like as how do I say it? As like a time lapse video? I'm sure there are loads of people that would love that.
Probably not. A couple more tanks. This even comes with dice for the game.
Is it?
This is part of the table.
Similar dice.
This is part of a tabletop game.
Yeah.
I don't know. My camera's not focusing.
There it is. Oh, there we are.
But I have photos. Like this is one. Where is that tank?
Oh, while you're still talking about that, just really quick. Carl's asking, how do you work on something so small? Well, that small, sorry. Great difficulty?
You have to just be very careful and use a magnifying glass. Let's see, here's a photo. This is about the same size.
Here we go. Oh, wait, no, I missed it. And Rob's saying, did you make miniatures for tabletop fantasy or RPGs like D&D or Warhammer?
Sure, yeah.
See, I knew the answer to that because you showed me. I was so excited.
I've been playing D&D since the early 70s, and so I have hundreds of miniatures. Yes, see,
they're so cool.
Hundreds
I see a
of
horse
D&D.
too.
Yeah, there's horses. Here's an
a centaur.
My camera isn't very good, so
it looks like a centaur.
Yeah, centaur, but it's like an American Indian centaur.
Native American or indigenous?
Native American. Here's a barbarian fighter.
Ooh.
I have all kinds. A dwarven hero.
You didn't miss that part. He said it before the stream started, so don't worry. And that's cool. Does your brush only have like one little hair on it or something? For the tiny details?
Yeah. Well, I'm also an artist. And yeah, I had to use a brush. It's believe it's a 0 an aught 1. I gotta try and find my brushes to show you my brushes, but I have hundreds and hundreds of miniatures. It's just ridiculous.
And Carl's saying, what tools do you use?
What tools?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
I have a toolbox. Here.
Oh. Is this your bag of tricks?
I can't find it. There it is. It's gold. See,
Ooh.
an art bin.
They're cool.
This has all of my tools in it. X-Acto knives.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, it goes up. Sorry, I love things like in boxes and stuff. I have like a weird obsession of Tupperware.
Little
That's
pieces.
oh. Oh.
I think I have little heads in here too. Yeah, here they are. See? These are little tiny heads. You can't see them.
I can just about figure them out, I think.
I can't hold them steady. But these are made from resin. These are heads for 35 millimeter. I mean 35 1/35 scale figures. These are made of resin. They were made in Belgium, and they were very expensive. And I haven't used them yet. But these are all the tools. I use mainly cutting tools, carving tools, scraping tools, tweezers, anything I could, even tools that I make on my own that I've made.
Wait, you make some tools?
Yeah, sometimes you have to fashion tools to complete a certain task that normally there's no tool for. You have to come up with a tool. So, you know.
Have you ever used your own hair to make a brush?
No, I haven't found that any need for that because I could just go and buy brushes.
No, it was because I was watching like a 5-minute craft thing, and it was like, if you don't have a brush that's the correct size, like make one out of your own hair. I was like, what?
Plus, let's see. I don't have much left.
Hey, you still got some.
I gotta try and preserve whatever hair I have left.
So no, be turning them into brushes.
Yeah, I won't be turning mine into brushes.
Did you show them some of mine?
Did you show the image I have?
Oh no, sorry. I was distracted. Here we go. Did I do it? Yeah. Yes, I did it. Yay! Oh, wait, what? How tiny is that? What is that? What coin is that?
That's a quarter.
A quarter?
Yeah. I'll show you.
Tiny.
Flip back to me.
Oh, wow. And let me figure out how to do that.
See?
Oh, wow. It's so tiny. You must have a lot of patience that I do not have.
Well, it's relaxing and it's also cathartic to sit down and try and put these things together because it requires a certain amount of concentration that normally you don't use in your daily life, you know. I mean, the concentration and hand-eye coordination and the manipulation required to put all this stuff together isn't something we use every day, to that extreme. So this is just the extreme of that kind of thing, because we use those senses every day, but not to this extreme. And this just shows the extreme that it can be brought to if you just think and concentrate a little bit. I mean, that's how I look at it. But
I like, wow, I'm going to have to try and do tiny little resin pieces and see if I have that kind of concentration to be able to do something like that, huh?
Yeah, I have some photos of the smaller ones, like these. I'll show them. I'll show them now.
Oh, yeah, please do.
They're not very good, but they're the best that I could do.
Hey.
So let me just share those.
Dora's saying, is that oh goodness, 2 words I don't think I can pronounce. Little tank. I highlighted it. Is that what it is? That type of tank?
Is that Lieutenant?
That's it.
Gruber's little tank? I don't know who Lieutenant Gruber is. Gruber's?
Oh, well then, I had no idea. Sorry, Dora. Don't think so.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
this was a joke.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Anyway, yeah, I have the photos up.
And the brain bug's here. So hello, brain bug. And I shall click this button for you. There you go.
And these are the tanks I was just showing, these little ones.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me see. Go that forward. Don't go back. Oh, very out of focus. Very nice. Thank you.
Ooh, that was a good one. The one, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, that photo came out okay.
You can see all the teeny tiny little details.
Every time I take photos, it's an experiment because I have no clue what I'm doing. You see, there's a Hetzel turret and I can't go into that because that's too much. There's different turrets.
Will you pop my brain?
Yeah, each tank, depending on what year it was manufactured, has a different turret. So this is the Hetzel turret, which doesn't matter. No one really cares.
Hey, this is the stream where nobody's allowed to say they don't care about the hobby. They're not allowed to say that, so you're not allowed to say it.
This is the tank with the other turret, different from the turret you just saw.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to run through these very quickly.
I think they're cool.
These photos were shot really poorly.
Micro's saying big pew pew thingy and small pew pew thingy.
Yeah. It's a difference between boom boom and peep peep.
Beep,
boom
beep.
Boom and beep beep.
Oh, the budgie joined in for a second there. And hello, purple.
See, here's a shot of the 2 different turrets so you could see the difference. One is kind of rounded in the front, and the other one is more boxy kind of. But yeah, still the same tank, but just different turrets. One's a Hetzel, one's called a Hensel, and one's this is the Porsche, and this is the Hensel. Not that it matters, and anyone's gonna care.
No. Hey, nobody's allowed to say we don't care. We are listening intensely. We care.
Come on.
No, we care. I'm just sitting in awe of how tiny, and I'm like, how? My hands are far too like shaky and can't deal with that. Brain Bug saying just went and looked. Where was this pic taken?
Where?
Yeah.
Where were the pictures taken?
Yeah.
In my home? I don't know.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking? I think he's asking something else, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Can you maybe rephrase that, Brain Bug? And Purple Ranges Orange asking who today's guest is, and it is the lovely Geo-Sam. Don't worry, you'll see his lovely face in a minute. And Dora's saying, I might have missed the answer if it was asked, but what materials do you use?
Well, the materials, it depends on the kit, but mainly it's styrene, plastic are the materials. The tanks that you see on the screen now are all metal and are very small. They're 35 millimeter in scale. They're really I don't know how to explain that, but they're tiny. They're not the same as the other models. So I don't think I explained that right, but
see, you're getting hyped up in the side chat. Dora's saying if we didn't care, we wouldn't be here.
no, I'm saying,
See?
all the
We're loving
detail
it.
about you don't want me to start going into history about tanks. I mean,
Why
I'm sure
not?
no, because I'm not gonna go in.
Oh,
Not
Brain
gonna do
Bug
that.
was talking to Doctor. How silly. Oopsies. He sent a picture of a bee. I love bees. But that's being distracted from tanks, so I'll just go back to tanks.
That's it for the Flames of War stuff. I have a British tank, the British Challenger. You know the British Challenger tank? I don't know if you know that.
Oh,
But
I don't. But you do have a couple of questions coming in.
All right.
So Rob is saying, which war was the tank introduced? See, we want to know.
That was the German, that small tank. It was the Tiger tank, which was introduced during World War II, at the beginning of World War II. The two turrets, the Hetzel and the Porsche turrets, were just two different styles that the Germans during World War II decided to take a chance on. Basically, I'm looking for the model for the next tank.
I feel like this one was answered by the top one. So yeah. Also, yes, Brain Bug. Maybe you should be on the stream at some point. Where are we?
I'm looking for the model that I'm going to show the photos of next.
Okay.
And it's in this box. It's just that these things are very much in disrepair. But let me get the one out. Here it is, the British Challenger. It's all got a... This is the tank I'm going to show you the photos of. This is in very bad disrepair. It needs to be repaired. There's so many things wrong with it, but
you're able to repair it easily, though?
Yeah, it could all be repaired and glued and
good.
And brought back to its original glory, if that's a thing. I don't know.
It is. Hey, you did it, so it's glorious.
But let me start. Let me show these photos.
Oh, yep, please do.
This is of the. This is the British Challenger. I just showed you. That's this tank here. But I just showed it.
Ooh,
Yeah, this one also won first place.
that's
I
neat.
don't. I no longer have the trophies because I don't hang on to those things. But yeah, that's the British Challenger, Desert Storm Challenger, actually, that was seen in the Desert Storm War. Here's a montage.
Whoa. Mm, the, oh, I like that one. You know when it's outside?
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Oh, are they stickers? You know the what looks like letters? The AC2. Are they stickers, or did you just very carefully do lines?
Well,
Or is
it's a
that stickers?
combination of decals and paint.
Ah, okay.
So, or some people say decals.
Decals.
Decals. It's either you either say decals or you say decals.
Hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the sticker type things, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. 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 Let me see. Uh,
And
I have a kit.
Purple
Let me
Rhymes
see.
with Orange has a question while you're looking for the kit. They're asking, did you take the photos yourself, and that they're having trouble getting decent photos of toys?
These photos that you see now,
Oh,
I took myself with an old camera, more than 20 years ago. So there you go. Like I'll show you a set of decals or decals in a moment. Just hang on. Uh, Let me sift through these photos. This is a montage. Let me see what else we got.
mm-hmm.
Oh, it's outdoors.
Oh, more tank questions for you, by the way.
Sure.
Brainbug saying, what are the differences between tanks built for desert terrain and marshy terrain?
Um, well, tanks are they're designed to traverse whatever any terrain, basically. Not necessarily swampy terrain. That was a problem during the Vietnam War with the Patton tank, which was kind of useless when they brought it over to Vietnam. So swamps and tanks don't go together.
Hmm.
So there are no differences between a U.S. tank that would be used in the desert that would be used in the swamp, if that's what you mean, or that would be used in, say, a NATO country in, say, the forest. There's really very little difference. There might be a difference in engines because of the heat, and because there's no longer water forging. Tanks don't do water forging because that was a useless endeavor that was tried many years ago to try and make tanks to be kind of like submarines, which wasn't very, wasn't a good idea. But there really is very little difference between a tank that you would see in the desert, in the swamp, compared to a tank that you would see in, say, like the forest or some NATO country. I don't know if that answers the question, but I think it did.
Oh, oh my goodness. Well, bye, Carl Edwards. And Carl says thank you, GeoSam. And So bye-bye.
You're welcome, and see ya.
And Michael says, are there different designs for different terrains? Like,
Well, if you're
um,
talking main battle tank is designed for one purpose, that's to kill other tanks. So
oh,
terrain isn't as much of a factor as firepower would be, and the ability to get the first shot off, and the ability to identify the target would be the most important things.
mhm.
Terrain is usually secondary. I'm not sure. I may have gone off the point that I was trying to make, but
Oh, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. However, Brainbug asked a question that made my heart melt very cutely. Did
oh,
this hobby start with little green marmy men?
uh, I
Did you?
remember the little green army men, and I did play with them. Uh,
Maybe it did then. Maybe subconsciously, huh?
well, I was
Oh,
kind of indoctrinated into this kind of lifestyle in a
mhm,
way. It was a self-imposed indoctrination, to to say to put it bluntly,
mhm,
and it was partly due to what my parents perceived as what males should do, quote unquote. You know,
mhm,
I mean, run around. Kids, boys played with guns and wanted to be firemen and wanted to be soldiers and that kind of thing. That's what I was brought up to kind of try and emulate in a way, kind of. But yeah,
mhm.
I've gone through all of that already, and I'm going to be 58 this year, and all this stuff is well behind me, well behind me. So
Yeah.
my life as a soldier is just a memory now. You know,
Mhm.
but
Um. Oh,
this is the chieftain. I
I
mean,
do love
the
that
challenger,
picture. That one
Desert
has to
Storm.
be my favorite picture, I believe, so far.
This one,
Yeah, that one. I think that's my favorite so far of all the pictures.
yeah. You know what? I found it that I could not build a tank without its crew. Like I couldn't find. It looked very
Mm.
bland or kind of. I don't
Naked.
know. Yeah, without a crew, it kind of you lose sense of scale, and also you lose sense of what the tank is actually doing.
Mhm.
So with the crew, it gives it more scale and interest, I believe. So that's why I normally do put miniatures figures with the kits when I build them.
Mm.
Because there's actually a driver. There's actually a driver figure here. If I can find it.
Yeah. Oh, I like them
Yeah, hey, you
pictures
see right
too.
here?
Oh, oh yeah. I see.
There's a
I see
driver.
them.
There's only 3 figures in the whole vehicle. Because the other figure, like if you see this, which photo? This photo.
Mhm.
You see, there's a figure here.
Mhm.
There's a figure here. There's a
Mhm.
figure here, and there's a figure here. Right? That's three
Yeah.
people. That's 3 people, right? But
Oh,
there's a fourth person who's inside the turret that you don't see.
did you put them in, or are we
No,
imagination?
no, you'll have to use your imagination. So you see 2 guys hanging out on top. There's
Yeah.
actually a third one inside. You see where the little tiny machine gun is here? Where this
Yeah.
guy is? Right
Yeah.
underneath him, right in front of him, inside the tank is where the gunner shoots that fires the main
That one.
gun.
Oh.
So he sits right here inside. That's where he's sitting, the third guy. So there's 4 guys to a tank. Most tanks.
That's also in GTA, because we can fit 4 people in the tanks, I believe.
Right. Well, some tanks have what they call an auto loader, and
So it just does it itself, kind of?
yeah. Well, what that does is eliminates. You see, let's see, this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
The auto loader eliminates this guy from the
Oh.
from the from the tank. So there's only 3-man crew. Let me see if I can find what else do I have here.
I
I should
have a
have flame.
question.
Okay.
What's your favorite model that you make? Do you have a...
Yeah, I do have a favorite one. It's the Israeli Merkava. I love this tank. I thought it was a very unique design. Let me just show you. This is. Do I have that tank somewhere?
Oh, sorry. I'm just bumping into things. I don't know if that came through on the mic. I'm sorry if it did. Bumped myself.
This is it. This is in
Oh.
very poor disrepair, but this is my favorite. This was one of my favorite tanks. I had the
Oh, the one.
most. I enjoyed building this the most, and it's all beat to shit. But let me show you the photos.
Yeah. I'm really enjoying myself right now.
It's great. Let me show you these. This first photo is a Photoshop version of the tank that I put together, just to show it in its natural environment.
Mm-hmm. I think
So
that's
that's
pretty cool.
that's the tank I just showed you. That's an actual photo of the actual model that I built, put on a desert background
Mm-hmm.
and added shadows and stars and stuff.
I like the stars.
So let's see.
That's like 2 of your kind of hobbies together, huh? Editing and your models?
Yeah. I put the 2 together.
I like that. And it's nice when 2 little worlds like that collide. Like, I like painting stuff and I like rocks, so painting rocks is like amazing for me. It's not as intricate as your stuff, though. Look, it's got a shovel! Sorry. I love things like that. It's shovel. Oh my goodness. I love that. Oh.
It's the only tank that has small arms fire protection
Hmm.
for the driver. And they used a primitive set of ball and chains that went around the entire basket, which is called the bustle rack of the turret. And it's the only tank in the world that has that. That's why I took this photo of it. There's driver, loader, tank commander. The gunner would be in the turret right here. I went backwards. There's the figures.
Oh, he looks like he's got a very well. Of course, they have serious faces right now, but he looks like he's got a very serious face talking into his wee machine.
Yep. See,
The one that's not that guy. The other guy is a serious face.
this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the loader, but it's just the way the figure was made.
Yeah, I like him. The other guy's got his wee telescope. Not his telescope. What are they called? Binoculars.
Yeah, binoculars. See, some of them have, like, I put the cover. You see the basket here?
Yeah.
I put a cover on top of that because you see in some of the photos, this doesn't have a cover, you see?
Oh, no, it doesn't. So obviously it's detachable then.
Right here, you see it didn't have the cover.
Yeah.
Well, I built the cover before these photos. I mean, after these photos were taken, and then I took photos of my own with the cover. And I don't know how to take photos, so they came out really crappy. But
Hey, not allowed to talk bad about yourself on the stream. I'll not let you. ask
anyway,
my
this is my favorite tank. Was my favorite tank to build.
You can see they can't see, but like I can see like your face gets happy when you're talking about it, and that's great.
Well, I really wasn't. It's an innovative tank. There's a lot of things about this tank that no other tank has ever just tried to incorporate into a vehicle that was actually successful. So my props out to Israeli army for coming up. They actually went and polled the tankers and asked them what they wanted what they wanted on a tank. And that's what they built. So I can't fault them for that. That's the way you should do it.
That's pretty cool.
But
have you one of my here we go. This is a question from Linda. Has Joe ever been to a tank museum?
No. I've been. Well, I have actually been.
That is not what I meant to put up.
I have actually. No, I've been to Fort Knox. That's where I did my tank training. Some of my tank training, because I was in the military. Yeah, I was. But no, I have never been to a tank museum. Let's see, what other tank do I have? I have an M1 that I built, fully loaded M1. I don't know if you know what that means, but
No.
let's see. Do I have that model here? Let me see.
Have you ever thought about giving your tank cow print?
I didn't. What? Giving my tank what?
Cow print? Like a cow?
A cow? What?
Cow print?
Are you making that up?
No. You know the pattern on a cow?
Oh.
Cow print?
That would be a cow pattern?
Yeah.
No, I haven't tried that.
That would be good. Brainless is saying black and white camel.
Black and white camo. Well, there is black and white camo. It's not really black and white though. It's more or less grays. That would be your urban camouflage. Right?
Mr. Nelson says camouflage. It'll take you a second. Yeah, in GTA, my favorite pattern is the black and white camel that I say is cow print because it looks like a cow, and it's my favorite. Oh, oh no! Now the cow puns are coming in. The museum.
This is M1. M1 fully loaded.
Oh.
But it's a like I said, it's been sitting in a box for 10 years. It traveled from New York to California via post. And this is what it looks like now. But I have photos of it. I have photos of this to show you. So let me get those.
Yay! More photos. I love it. Also, Dora is asking, hold on, have you met Farmer's Boy online? He's also a huge tank. Not sure if he's into modeling, but next time he'll point out this stream. That she'll point out this stream to him. Well, I hope so. Farmer's Boy's a sweetie. I've met him a couple of times. Have you met him, Geo-san?
No, I'm afraid I haven't. No.
Oh, yous could talk about that tanks for sure, because he knows a lot too. Whoa! The camouflage! Woo! I love camouflage.
Well, this is a hard camouflage. I don't know if anyone knows the difference between hard and soft camouflage.
Nope. But would you like to tell me?
Yeah, sure. You see the lines on this camouflage? You see how they're very crisp and clear? And they're pretty much well separated, the colors. And the lines are very crisp between all the colors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's called that's called hard camouflage.
Oh, that makes sense. As soon as you started explaining it, I was like, of course.
And then there's soft camouflage, which is more of a fade effect, where each color fades into the next color, kind of.
Ah.
And they call that a soft
I didn't know
camouflage.
that.
But this is the M1 Abrams, and I called
Abrams.
the M1 Abrams, named after General Abrams. I forget his first name, but that's not important. I called this fully loaded, M1 fully loaded. This was this is the second tank I ever built.
You did really good for this being your second time.
Yeah, the first one I have here. I actually have it here right in front of me as a physical object and photos. So I still have the first one, but yeah, this is the M1. I put like as much equipment on it and as I could, and tried to like just put as much stuff on it. There's a montage.
Tina's saying maybe you could do with a display cabinet with all of these.
Yeah, I used to have a display cabinet.
That would be so cool. Imagine all your tanks all like chilling together.
Yeah, maxing and relaxing. And shooting b-ball. I'm only kidding.
I'm just like, sorry, I realize you can't see that I'm just saying with my jaw like, wow. Because of the tiny details. Oh my goodness.
Well, it's all about the detail. That's what it's all about. Is trying to cram as much detail into these little models as possible. And some of the models have actually spent quite a bit of money in order to do that. There are extra kits that you can buy that are made from photo etched brass or copper that are specifically designed for each kit, and
Hmm.
as an add-on to the kit, which are usually pretty expensive. So this was the
Um.
M1.
Mhm.
This was the second
Oh,
tank
I'll
that I
pop right back.
ever built.
That's pretty cool.
And
Brain Brain Bug is saying why not? Oh, words I'm gonna struggle saying. Look what Brain Bug said. I try a new tactic. Look what he says.
why not use aposematic? I don't know what that is.
Coloration.
Aposematic colorization for the tanks and camo, less armored camo, the less armored vehicles.
Hmm.
Aposematic. I don't know what that is. Tanks are intimidating. Imagine this bright orange and blue crushing through the jungle.
I mean, they would see you a mile away, but I think you can probably hear a tank before you could see it, though, right?
Yeah, well, that's part of the shock factor, the shock and awe factor that accompanies the tank. That's the first thing you hear is the track, and then you hear the engine, and then you hear the boom, and it scares the fucking shit out of you. Excuse my language.
Oh.
But that's what's the whole point. That's the point of it. But I get what you're saying. But you want to? I know it's kind of like why camouflage a tank if it's as loud as anything, and then it shoots a big old. It has a big old gun attached to the top, and it's making all kinds of noise.
Yeah.
But there's a purpose.
See, I have a soft spot for the black and white camel. It's my favorite. All my tanks
Okay,
in GTA has black and white camo on.
the
All
next
of
tank.
them.
Should I show the first tank I ever built?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's right here.
One sec. Let me just. Oh no, I full screened us. Oh my goodness.
This tank actually has a light in it.
There you go.
I put a light bulb in it,
Oh.
and it works, but I don't have a 9-volt battery, and this is in
Oh.
poor repair as well.
I'm guessing it's been you've had it for a long time now, right?
Yeah, some of the wheels are missing. The idler wheel.
Oh, Brainbug was thinking about letting the armored vehicle draw fire.
Yeah, they sure do.
So if it was like bright and stuff, it would be really obvious. I see that logic. Do you want to know what? Imagine a bee painted tank. That would be cool. Oh,
This is these are
oh,
photos of the first tank
here we go.
that I ever built.
See, you were still really good at it. Even your first one's good. My first one of anything normally just looks like a potato was thrown at it.
Well, the kits are all it's all there. I mean, you don't have to paint it or do anything to it. You could just get the kit, put it together, and there it is. Right? As long as you put the parts where they're supposed to be, you'll end up with a decent looking product at the end. So
I like. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. Through the stony, sandy carpet. Is it the
yeah,
same carpet?
yeah, it's the same car. At one point, I gave all the models that I had assembled to a photographer, and he took the photos and he used this carpet as the backdrop.
Still cool though.
Well, that's it for this one.
Hmm.
That's a Russian tank. That's a T-74. T-74. That was the first
I
tank
realize
I ever.
you don't see me, just in awe.
That's the
Oh,
first
so
tank I ever assembled. Let's see what else do we got here. I have a Sherman tank. I have that
cool.
over here, actually.
Oh yeah, you've got so many tanks. It's really cool.
Yeah, this is the Sherman. I put this together many years ago. It's still, this is in poor repair as well. It's missing some parts that I have in the box over on the bed, and I have photos of this as well. This was also a first place winner when
Oh.
it was pristine and it was perfectly built, and it was, a regular showpiece. Now it's
Mhm.
just kind of like a shell of its former self. But
Hey, are you gonna have like a like fixer uppers where you sit and fix all of them?
uh probably not. And the reason I say that is because I have so many other kits that I want to build, that if I go back and start repairing the stuff that I've already built, I'll never get to building the new stuff. So
Ah,
I'm kind of
I get
at a
that.
conundrum of, should I repair the old stuff, take the time to repair the old stuff to get it back into
Hmm.
show quality, or should I just build new stuff? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should do both.
Yeah.
But let me show you the photos I have of the Sherman. This is an M4A3 Sherman. That's what it's supposed to depict anyway. But let me share these.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, what? He's got the little mask over his face. Or her. Or they. It has Hellraiser written on the side with a Scully.
Yeah, Hellraiser.
Oh, it is awesome. I'm glad you showed these photos because then you can really see it properly. Oh, I love the little Hellraiser in the skull. And that is probably the favorite part. My favorite part.
A montage.
Oh.
See, I'm missing the crates. I put crates on the back of this, like these here.
Oh.
I can't find them. I don't know where they are, but they're probably in one of the boxes.
You sound like you tend to put everything in these boxes so you know where they are eventually. But I bet
Uh,
you could pick out which pieces went on everything by just sight.
yeah, I
Because you
could
know
pick
all
out.
your
Yeah,
stuff.
that's a strange thing, but you're right. I can go into a box and find the piece and know where it came from.
You're like,
I'll
oh
know
yeah,
where.
that's from blah blah blah.
Well,
I
you know
see.
why?
I don't
Because
have that kind of memory.
I've handled every piece, every single piece. I've handled it. Every single piece that's on
Oh.
these tanks, I've had my grubby fingers on. But that's the Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, U.S. tank, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Let's see. What can I show you next? I showed
it's
you the
like
Merkava,
there's
British.
just so much detail in all of this.
Let me see. Let me show you.
Yeah.
This one. Let me see what's in this one.
Does anybody have any more questions for Geo-san? We've got just over half an hour, so I'm wanting to give plenty of time in case anybody has any more questions, as well as like that he's showing some more things.
I have a. There's another tank model I have.
Ooh,
It's called a T80. I have photos of it.
okay.
Let me see if I have it in the box, and I'll
Uh-huh.
pull it out. If I can-
Okay.
Yeah, this motorcycle.
Hmm. You caught me just as I like took a sip of my juice. That's cool. I like the motorcycle. Okay. Before you show us this, can you answer Tina's question, please? She's saying, has Sam built a model without a kit?
Have I
Oh,
built the model without a kit? No.
would you?
Would I?
Would you maybe give it a bash?
I'm interested in sculpting, and
Ooh.
I need to sculpt, or I need about for the Viking ship. I need about either 30, 30 or some odd little Viking miniatures. So I was thinking of
Oh.
sculpting them from scratch. But a lot of the things that I do add to the vehicles is scratch built. It's kind of hard to. This is the
Oh.
T80.
I like the color of this one.
See, there's
Oh.
a driver here.
Oh yeah, the little teeny tiny head. Wait, there's more than a head.
There's a whole body.
Wow. I thought there would have just been a head, but it's amazing that there's more. Oh,
But I have
okay.
photos of this. This is the T80. This is a Russian tank with
Mm-hmm.
the little bricks. These little like brick things you see that look like bricks on the front. You see
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, those
The
all
little brick.
called it's reactive armor, energy reactive armor, which was called ERA. That's the abbreviation for it. ERA armor, which is an explosive type of armor where if the shell comes and impacts, if a shell comes and impacts this area or any area that has these bricks on them, the
Uh-huh.
bricks explode,
Oh,
which stops the penetration or the energy from forcing its way through the hull or the turret. So any tank you see that has these little tiny bricks on them,
yeah.
that means the tank doesn't have enough armor to protect itself from certain rounds. So that's a giveaway. That's a giveaway
Oh,
that the tank is not as
that's a
protected.
weakness.
It's a weakness. It's a sign of weakness.
That's cool. Like, I was about to say, how did you know that? But obviously, you know stuff about tanks, so you know that.
And
I
I have
wonder how they
photos of
found
this
out.
tank. as well. Let me show these. This is the T80. Some are out. I think some are outdoor photos, and some are stage kind of like with a backdrop, like a white backdrop.
Ooh. Oh wait, I forgot. I put you full screen again, so I'd have to shrink you so I can see. Oh wow! I love them when they're outside. They look so much better, don't you think? Like they look like that's where they belong, which is where tanks belong. But I think it's cool how you've got like the really long grass and the little teeny tiny tank.
Yeah, the grass is kind of makes it look a bit out of scale, but you know, it's grass.
No,
What can I
I
do?
like that though. I like that though because it makes it more awesome for me, you know? It's like something so hardcore is just tiny. It's like a little tiny mountains.
Yeah, yeah. This was taken a long time ago with an old point and shoot camera that wasn't worth a damn, but I
See,
don't know how to set shutter speed or
there was
lighting.
a there was a question I thought was a joke
Oh yeah,
that Amiga says. He said, have you ever thought of picking picking one tank and modeling it in a blender? I thought he
no
meant
modeling.
to,
Oh, I
to
know what he's saying.
I
Yeah.
thought he meant to blend it up. That's why I called him naughty, but that's not what he was saying apparently.
No, I haven't thought of modeling a tank in Blender. No, but that's a
I
good
thought he
idea.
meant I thought he meant an actual blender. Is this not what it was?
That's what I thought too.
Is it a software thing then?
Yeah, Blender is a 3D it's 3D software.
Ah, okay. Sorry, penguins. I
3D modeling. It's
thought you
yeah,
were
it's
being
3D
mean.
modeling software. That would be hard to do. That would be hard to do.
I thought you meant put it inside an actual blender. I was like, no. That's why I didn't read it out immediately because I was telling him.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh,
sounds like. That's what it
sorry.
sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I like. I'm
Well, that was the T80. That was the.
It's not a food blender.
Uh, do we have time for me to show one more model? I have a
We
German.
do.
I have a German tiger.
Would you do
Uh,
that? Or in GIMP says
no,
Linda?
it's too involved.
Ah,
Let me share
too
this.
involved. Ugh,
That's
yeah.
really involved. I mean, yeah.
I like this. It looks like it's got a snowy background. Like little snowy hills.
Yeah, but I have that model I want to show you before.
Oh, sorry. Shh.
So I'm going to
What?
pull it out of the box. Let me put it up.
Yeah,
Pull it out.
yeah, yeah. We'll hide it. Hold on. What thing? I didn't show anything.
Here it is. See, here's the little.
Oh my goodness, is that one of the smallest things you've shown other than like the little people and stuff?
No, this is the same scale as the tanks. It's 135th
Oh,
135th scale.
I know what threw me off. It didn't have the turret.
But this is in pretty poor repair, as you can see. But this is that
Oh.
this. I have photos of this as well. I have photos of almost everything, but
I think it's really
almost.
awesome. Like, it's cool that you managed to get like good photos of most of them. You know.
Yeah. So now let me put this. You could share those photos.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to prematurely share.
Yeah. This is a desert vehicle, desert car,
Mm,
German desert car that was used
yeah.
during the African War conflict, whatever you want to call it.
Hmm. Oh, I've just spied the symbol. We might get in trouble for that if that's what I think it is.
It's okay. No one's gonna notice.
Shh. We don't. We're not doing it. We do not agree with what they did. It's just a model. Um. Yeah, I've not seen one like that. Like a real life model of it. Us, the people.
Oh, that's a
Little
light
tiny
infantry.
motorbike.
Uh,
Oh,
where these models are, I haven't a clue. That may be in the box. I don't know.
I like. I like the little motorbike. Um, Penguin's asking where's the tiger. I think you missed the tiger. I'm sure Sam, I'm sure you showed the tiger, didn't you?
No, this is it.
No?
230, 230,
Oh.
233.
Oh
Let me
no, you showed something that
let me
also
pull.
had tiger in the name.
I have the tiger in the box. Let me pull that out. It's really bad. Let me show it though.
Okay. I thought you showed the tiger, or was it something else beginning with T? Hmm.
All right, I have the
I go back to this.
yeah.
Is this okay?
I have the tiger here.
Oh wait. Mm,
It's
nope.
the other one.
That one. Mm, better.
Yeah, that's okay. This guy's supposed to go here.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh.
this is in terrible shape.
Uh-oh.
Terrible. The gun is broken.
To be
Everything's
fair, they took a lot. They must take a beating, and they seem really fragile.
yeah.
You happy
Yeah.
now, Penguin? You got to see the tiger?
I have more photos of the tiger.
Ooh.
Just trying to find it. Where is it?
Just tell me when, and I'll pop it up. Cause
All right. Yeah, it's these photos here. Let
you
me
ready?
share these. Yeah.
There we go. He did do really good with it.
There's a five. This tank had 5 crew members.
So, oh yeah, the two, and then the two on top, and then the one inside that we imaginate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ox! Ox has just arrived. just as we're starting to wind down a little bit.
Hey, Ox. Hi, Ox. That's the tiger.
Mhm.
See if I have something else.
Okay.
Um,
A last call for some questions as well, just throwing it out there. And if anybody else would like to be on either Petting Zoo to talk about animals or their pets on that one, which would be on a Saturday, or Hobby Corner, which is on Sundays. I think we're gonna have to talk to Rob and work something out with Brainbug too. And I'm a bully ox. Oh, bye, Tina.
I have a. This is an Egyptian tank.
Oh,
Yeah, I had the wrong hull on the wrong tank, but these are Egyptian markings on the side. Not that you can see them,
oh,
but
yeah, yeah, we
these
see
all
them.
those are hand painted
Oh wow.
markings.
Was your brush teeny tiny, like really thin?
Yeah, really thin, really small. And I have photos of that as well. Share that.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting. I keep putting you full screen. This is one of my habits. I need to stop.
Yeah, this is the Egyptian tank. I believe this is a T. Yeah, it's a T-55. I think it says so right here. Yeah, it says so right there.
Mm. Ox is asking if you do any boats. Like, cause you showed like earlier you showed your pirate ship and your Viking. Did you do any other boats?
No, I haven't done any other ship models besides what I've already shown.
Would you
So
be
no.
interested, or are you more like like are you more? Let me start that again. So you're more into the tanks rather than other types of models for now?
Yeah, I'm pretty much there's a whole genre of modeling which is called armor modeling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what I do, but I also do uh other things that interest me, like the Viking ship.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I mean, I'm only building it because of my heritage. Like it's part of my heritage. Norwegian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Norwegian, so I figured, yeah, let me build a Viking ship. What the heck, right?
Yeah.
Plus, I thought it would be fun.
I mean,
You know,
and what's the point in doing it if it isn't? You know.
exactly. So that's why I built a Viking ship, and I wanted, and I had the model. I had purchased the model many years ago with the intentions of building it, and so I only started it a couple of months ago, and I've had that model for many years. So most of the models I have, I'm never going to be able to build. It's just there's no time.
You have so many.
There's not enough time in one's life to build all the models that I actually collected. So
Are you still collecting more?
no, well, yeah, these
I relate
here.
to that.
This one. I recently purchased these.
Uh-huh.
These are little. They're called tune tanks.
Oh, see, I would have seen the tiger written on the side of one of them, and that's where I got confused, I think. Or am I
There's a
being...
lot of
I don't
there's a
know.
lot of glare. But these are smaller.
Mhm.
I'm not sure exactly what scale they are, but this is a Sherman. They're called tune tanks because they're kind of like cartoony.
Oh my goodness, all of my words are falling out today and aren't coming out. Do you prefer the toon type or the more realistic that you've
No,
been showing
I
us?
prefer the more realistic. I try and build the tanks as accurately as I can. So if I build a tank, it's built the way it appears in real life. So this stuff is just fun, like kind of just like just like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be accurate. I'm just trying to have fun.
Do you use that one to sort of play with color schemes, maybe?
Well, the color schemes are pretty much outlined by what it is. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So, but these that I'm going to be able to use some artistic license with, and I'm probably going to
Hmm.
give them some kind of different kind of coloring than normal. So it
Cow.
should be fun.
Make them cows. I'm obsessed.
Any other questions?
I'll,
I think I
I
answered
think
all the questions. I'm not
I
sure.
I believe you have. All the questions we could answer, I believe we have. Oh, you ever used foil tape on your models?
What kind of tape?
Foil?
Yes, I have used foil. I've replicated uh, fenders using
Uh-huh.
foil.
Oh.
I've used lead foil. I've used brass foil. I've used copper foil. Uh, I've even used gold leaf in
Oh.
on some occasions, but it's really not worth it because it just gets covered up with paint anyway. So
Uh,
uh, another material that I seem to use a lot is tissue paper.
yeah, they're really good for creating fun textures, aren't they?
Yeah, it's great for mimicking like fabrics of all
Mm.
types, and so that's a big part of the material I use.
Ox is saying great for the chromed look.
Yeah, there's this stuff out. It's called neoprene. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if anyone knows what it is. They make balloons out of it. It's really shiny, right? And then
Uh-huh.
they print photos on it, photos of like bears with balloons and stuff. But the neoprene is very shiny, which when you cut it into little tiny pieces, they can be used as mirrors or glass, like because it will show a reflection. Just one of those things.
Oh. Ox is saying building modeling is relaxing.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that. How it
Mm-hmm.
just takes you away.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to have a certain level of concentration that isn't required for everyday tasks. You know what I mean? So your mind really has to focus,
Oh,
and you lose all sense of time,
oh,
and it just is so cathartic that it becomes relaxing because your brain it's actually kind of like relaxes your brain, you know, I guess. I don't know how else to say it, but yeah.
I think he answered that well.
I'm
And
trying to see if is there
Mark,
anything that I didn't show, but I think I showed
Mark's
everything.
Mark does have a question. Thank you for pointing that out, Linda. Mark saying, could models that are unopened end up being collector's items?
Unopened, probably, but most models, static models, are not. They do go up in price, but not very high. They're not that sought after of an item, really. It's kind of a niche thing, if I'm saying that right.
Niche?
Niche, yeah. But some models, like I have a model of uh, a 109 howitzer. It's a uh, another tank vehicle that has consistently gone up in price. And then I have another model of I mentioned these names, and no one's going to know what they are.
That's okay.
It's a
Maybe.
tank. It's a tank recovery vehicle. It's called the Dragon Wagon. That
That's a
vehicle.
fun name.
It's called the Dragon Wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And that vehicle, when I purchased it about 20 years ago, it cost me like 80 some odd dollars when I bought that kit. Today, the kit is in excess of $300, but it's out of print. They're not making it anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it costs as much as it does now. But I'm just afraid I'm never going to be able to build these kits, and I'm not getting any younger.
Hey, well then, maybe you could build them on videos.
Well, that's the thing,
Show
Do
how
I
you
have the
do it.
time? I have to find the time, and it's very difficult these days because my mind is in another space. I'm not the same person I
Mhm.
was 20 years ago, but I still enjoy my modeling. I still enjoy modeling, and that's a thing that's carried on through my entire life, which I think is a good thing. You know,
Mm, I
because it gives
think
me
it's good.
something. It gives me something to fall back on when I'm
Mm-hmm.
having a hard time with things,
Yeah.
and I need to get away. And I need to
Mm-hmm.
just be by myself and not think. Doing
Yeah.
this doing this really really helps. Really
We
helps.
we all need some healthy distractions sometimes.
Exactly, yeah, and that's the key. Healthy. It's a healthy distraction. I'm not
Mm,
harming anyone. I'm not harming myself, and I'm actually learning things, and I'm training my brain to calm down. To bring it down a notch.
mm.
So
I
it's
think
it's a
that's really good
win-win.
that you
It's a
found
win.
that.
It's a win-win no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
But you just have to take. People just have to take even if it takes 5 minutes, not even a day, just to get into the flow of it. It's really a beneficial thing for anyone. The
Um.
cathartic, doing something that's cathartic is very beneficial
Mm,
to
for
to us.
sure.
Yeah.
I I find doing jigsaws very therapeutic. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
and you know that little click of when the pieces hit just perfect. That brings a
Right.
lot of joy.
Well, I get a puzzle. I have to complete it the same day. I can't. No, it doesn't matter what the puzzle is. I have to complete it. So that's why I don't often buy puzzles. But have you ever I put together this puzzle a few years ago. It
Mhm.
was just a white puzzle, but it was
That would
double.
drive me mad.
It was double sided.
No,
Yeah.
that would mess me up. I have trouble doing the puzzles anyway. Um, so like 1,000 piece puzzles are a little overwhelming, but it's like a long project, and I only try and do it like an hour or so at a time, so that I like eke it out. But I always have the motivation of having like something I love being the picture. So right now I'm in the middle of doing a Disney villains. So
Cool.
that's like the end goal is to see all the villains. However, I've had to pack it away because for a little bit because it was taking up too much space for now. Um
Mm. But you see, that's where if I were to get uh, that puzzle and
Uh-huh.
open it up, I would have to finish it the same day. Just because,
No.
yeah, no, yeah.
Well, I get that. No, I get that, but I become like unwell fixating on these things, so I have to like set time limits for myself, or it's like I have to set a bedtime. If I don't set a bedtime, I'll just stay up all night, as you seen last night.
Well, I have a puzzle. I have a puzzle strategy
Yeah.
that I use to build
Oh,
puzzles quickly.
would you like to share that before we wrap
Yeah, I
up
can
and
share
chill
that.
everything?
I can share that. There's about
Okay.
six. There's about six different puzzle shapes that any
Uh-huh.
puzzle can have that manufacturers make.
Yeah.
Usually six. It's either 6 to 8 different shapes. So if you get like 6 boxes, small boxes,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, that you could put the pieces in to separate them. So I separate all the pieces by their shape.
Oh.
That's the first thing I do. So you separate the pieces by their shape. So you have all the pieces separated by shape in front of you, and then you find the edge. You look for the outer edge. And
Oh.
with all the pieces separated, all the edges should be in one box. So you can create the whole outer edge in minutes if you separate all the pieces and you get an edge. Once you get all the edges, you can put down the whole outer edge in minutes if you separate all the pieces. That's a pro tip for putting puzzles together, which is
I'll maybe try that because I have a lot of difficulty doing them. I have a lot of fun, but I take so long to do them. But
well.
part of that is obviously my time limit I set myself.
Well, I wanted also to mention that I also enjoy putting together paper models. Because
Ooh.
there's a famous castle, I forget where it is, but there was you could still buy the model. It's a paper like model that's printed in a book, and all you do is cut it out and glue it all together. But the model
Oh,
was huge. It was huge, and it's in a landfill somewhere now.
oh my.
Yeah, and it took me nearly, I think it was like a week on and off building to put this thing together. I put it together, and then eventually it just got destroyed from hanging around and being moved, and now it's garbage.
So, would your end goal of your models be you've created it as close to accurate as you possibly can? Is that you finished now after you've taken your photographs and then they get packed away nicely?
Usually, yeah. I like to
Hmm.
keep them on display if I can. I have very limited shelf space here, so I don't have anywhere to display all the models that I have. But yeah, I try to make my models when I build them, especially the tank models. I try to make them as accurate as possible, as accurate as I can. Anyway, yeah. I mean, down to the thickness of like certain pieces. Like if they're too thick, you thin them down because that's
Yeah.
the way they're supposed to be. It gets a little bit kind of what's that? The anal.
Yeah. No, I
I
know what
mean,
you mean.
I'm not an anal person. It's just that the whole thing is kind of anal in itself. So
Yeah.
it's hard not to be that way when you're dealing with that kind of thing, so
Mm-hmm.
but I enjoyed
Ah,
it. And it's kept me out of trouble for the most part.
right? See, that's a good thing, though. See,
But
okay.
yeah,
Have you, have you said everything you're comfortable saying for now?
I think so.
Okay. Because obviously you can come on again and talk about other things if you wish to. Just
Yeah, well,
a little bit of time.
I
Well,
started collecting these recently.
ooh, so maybe we can do a whole one once you've done them. Also, there's
These are
two quick
the-
last questions, I think,
these are
as well.
Disney Infinity figures.
Yeah, they're cool. I'm forgetting that not everybody's seen you show them. I got excited. I remember I was telling you how much I like Marvel, and then you were showing me them.
I also have an interest in skulls. I like skulls, so I have a whole bunch of skulls. I have skulls
Um,
all on my desk. I have skulls
mhm.
here. I have three
Yeah.
skulls here. I have a big skull on the back over there that sits behind the boat, the ship. I mean, you can't see it.
So, I'm just gonna give you quickly two last questions, and then we'll shill everything we gotta shill. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So, Mark Caesar says, "Do you have a puzzle table so you can leave all the puzzle out so they won't get messed up? But you do them all in the same day, so maybe not."
I have one table that's foldable that I keep over here. It's a small
Mm-hmm.
table that I use for all my building purposes. It's opens up, folds out, and I use that. Then when I'm done, open it up, fold it up, put it away.
Hmm.
So I don't have a table or a work area. I used to use this dresser
Uh-huh.
as the work area, but I since removed all the material off of it, put it all on a shelf over here. So this is
Hmm.
now just a display area.
I think it looks really nice as a display area.
Well, I don't know what else to do with it. And I figured since the camera is facing this way and I don't have green screen, I'm not going to get green screen. I might as well put something here that people can look at. I mean, I didn't
I
make
mean,
my bed.
yeah.
I didn't make my bed this morning, but
I never even noticed.
all the pillows are piled up high.
Hey, you got a comfy bed. That's what matters. It's all snuggly and comfy.
I love it. As soon as I lay down,
And
I'm asleep.
oh, that's great.
I don't have trouble sleeping. That's because
Do
I have a mindset when it comes to lying in bed that
mm-hmm.
I only lie in bed when I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The very last question of today, and I'm sure if you have any more, you can talk to Josam yourselves. Um,
Sure.
the last question is Dora, and she says, "Gio, is all your stuff so small?
Is all my stuff so small?
You know what your models are? Are they all very small, or do you have bigger ones?"
Mm, the biggest model I have is that ship right there and the Viking ship that I'm
Ah,
working on.
they're still so small,
So they're
but
most
they're cool.
things are
Oh,
pretty tiny.
so okay. Is there anything you would like to show? Tuesday.
Is there anything I'd like to show? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to show a bit of tea in Danish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is
Check out
on Thursday.
check out a bit of tea in Danish on YouTube every Thursday. Um I have a channel, GeoSam. But
Uh-huh.
I mentioned that in the beginning.
I linked his YouTube into the description.
And yeah, and also I'd like to give a shout out to One Ring 42.
Uh-huh.
He's the dungeon master for the D&D games that I play. Julie from Wine and Reason and Santi the Sane, they
Uh-huh.
play along with us, and we just played last Saturday, which was yesterday, and we air that gets aired every Saturday. So we play the
Oh.
D&D thing, and I'm trying to think of everything. That's about it.
Uh,
So yeah.
oh wait, what about the hosts of the TMI show on Tuesday? Would you like to talk about that?
We this coming Tuesday,
Yeah.
we're gonna be on Critical Cripples show for the
Mhm. Un-
unfathomable. I can
unfathomable.
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 Yeah, that's the word.
Oh my goodness.
Unfathomable questions.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be there
and
too, huh?
yeah,
And
It'll
oh
Rage will
my
be there. Michael Raptor,
god.
hopefully she can make it as well. And
Yeah.
Mika Nuts, Linda, and
Mhm.
myself, we're all going to be
Mhm.
on Critical Cripples, and we're going to see if we can't answer some of his wacky questions.
I'm so excited. I've
Yeah, that's
only
going to
heard
be
some.
that's this Tuesday on the 29th. I'm not sure about the time. You'll have to
My time, which is UK, it's 9:30,
right 9
I believe.
9:30
Yeah,
a.m. No, p.m. Right?
nighttime. Yeah. And obviously, if it is that you
So,
showed everything you'd like to show?
uh, yeah, I think
And
everything pretty much.
so subscribe to all them channels, and don't forget to come see us on the TMI show on Thursday and on Dave's channel on Tuesday.
Yeah, critical cripples. Also, don't forget that I do graphics. If anyone's interested in
Yeah,
video, intro, outro, static images, you just got to get in contact with me.
he's done all of mine, I believe,
Like to
other
know
than a
me how.
couple.
I'm
He's so
trying
good
to,
at them. Mm-hmm.
and it's free.
Yeah.
I offer it for free. I don't ask for
Mm-hmm.
anything. Just get you what you need for the time being. It's not something that you have to use indefinitely. It's just like one of these things to get the ball rolling. Kind of.
Dora saying thank you for showing us your hobby and a bit of yourself. And no problem. I find lovely and interesting people, and if anybody would like to be on the show and talk about their hobby, please message me on my Discord or find me and message me, and I will get that done. Get you in booked. Bish bash bosh.
Great.
So, would you
Well,
like to say
thanks,
bye-bye?
Little Rage. Thanks, Little Rage, for having me on, man. I enjoy
Thank
it.
you for coming. It's been fun.
Yeah, I enjoy
Okay.
it.
Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
See, I did that one myself. And I'm gonna cue the outro. Thank you so much. Like
See you
and
guys.
subscribe. Bye bye.